Hello and welcome. I'm Tafarag Adamu. A few years back, the city of Los Angeles recognized an Ethiopian presence by adopting Little Ethiopia. And here, a group of Ethiopians, a little over 6 years ago, put together an organization they named Pagme Ethiopian Entertainment and Cultural Center. And part of what they do is select and award Ethiopians for their service. And my guest today, Thehay Mezgebu, is one of those people behind that initiative. A very warm welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, and I'm so happy to be here.
Great. So when did you start this project? Was it 6 years ago that you got together, your friends, like-minded people, and started this organization? Is that correct?
Yes, Pagme Entertainment and Culture Center. It was established in 2016 in Los Angeles. Yeah, it's been 6 years.
Well, I can see the name speaking for itself, culture, entertainment, but can you just elaborate a bit on what this organization is all about, primarily?
Pagme Entertainment and Cultural Center, it's non-political, non-religious, non-profit. It's an independent organization. Our mission is to encourage young adults to participate in the literary, art, and poetry fields. We aim to have them develop love for their country, heritage, culture, and history. Certainly, we promote cultural tolerance and mutual respect in our community.
Okay, when you say promote art, culture, basically on and about Ethiopia, what do you exactly mean? How do you do that? I mean, I know that you organize events where you organize recitals and all that stuff. You know, what else do you do to kind of promote Ethiopian culture and presence in North America?
Well, when we are having the recognition events, people are definitely participate. So when I say we teach them culture, tradition, to love their country, I'm talking about the Ethiopian Americans who are born here in America, and they are part of the event. Like, let's say the between 10 and 12 years old girls and boys, they come, they wear their national dress, they dance at the event. So by exposing themselves to the event, by looking at us wearing our national dress, and by presenting different people from different aspects of lives, like poets, musicians, they come and they sing in Amharic. They come and they share different stories. So the young generation, we expose them to their culture, that it is not here in America unless somebody from Ethiopia who knows about that culture give them. There is no way that the young generation can learn that from unless their family teach them. So that's what I'm trying to say.
So basically, you also share you also impart that knowledge, that Ethiopian diversity in terms of cultures and all that stuff, right?
Exactly. Yes, we do that because, for example, we have Professor Adunya. He brings his masinko, krar, and he's entertaining our guests. So that would be another opportunity for the young generation to see Professor Adunya playing the national music instruments.
So what do these young people, Ethiopian American kids, basically tell you when they come over to your center? When you organize those events, is it kind of rude awakening for them? Is it something that they've been looking forward to? What is it? And what do they feel about all this stuff?
Absolutely, absolutely. It makes them fascinated, and to see on a stage is different than to see something on YouTube or any other media. So to come in person, sit down and then watch their country's song or music or dance, I believe it has a big impact. And also their parents were telling us after the event how the kids were so happy and feels connected to their culture.
Is this periodic, or is this how often do you do that?
Once a year. Once a year we do that. We also celebrate Women's Day at one time, and it became so great. I mean, everybody were so happy. It was Women's Day program, but we also had men, attending the event, and everybody was so happy even with that. We don't only celebrate people who do something for Ethiopia or for their community, but we also celebrate international event like Women's Day on March 8th.
What is the turnout like? I mean, you basically attract a population of Ethiopians in the diaspora, basically in Southern California, right?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Tavera, we have so many supporters that you wouldn't believe in California, the rest of the states, and also from Europe, because we received email and we received phone calls. So definitely we have a large amount of a large number of supporters.
But when you organize these events, quite often what you find is people from the Los Angeles area, or primarily from Southern California, right?
Yeah, from
showing up for your events.
Yeah, we invite our friends, family, and also, there is a big church in Los Angeles, different churches from Orthodox, Protestant, and also there are some, there are people who lives in Los Angeles. They could be Muslim people, they could be Christian. So it's our event. It's not only for this religion, that religion believers, but it's for every Ethiopians.
So this annual event, one of the things that you do actually is, as I've said it in the intro, is that you recognize people, Ethiopians from different fields who you think should be recognized for their service for the communities, Ethiopian communities, and so on. Tell me about that.
I can give you example, like if you're interested, I mean, I can tell you who we had been awarded and who we had been give the award to different people with different profession. For example, I can tell you he's one of the first 3 groups that we give recognition was His Late Excellency Ahadu Sabre, legendary journalist, author, minister, and ambassador during Haile Selassie's regime. Professor Adunya Worku, educator, musician, humanitarian, and poet. Gabra Christos Desta, an artist and poet. I mean, the life goes on, the list goes on. We also have Elias Wendemu, activist, journalist, publisher, and founder of the knowledge production company Thehay Publishers. So if you want me to go ahead and name our
Who did you start with in terms of awarding this? That would have been 5 years ago, right?
Exactly. Our first event was we were presenting Blattingita Huri Walda Selassie.
Yes.
Blattingita Huri Walda Selassie. He was a diplomat. He was a historian. He was an author, and his grandson attended the event, and then he have received the certificate, the award certificate. So we started with him, and then the next one was Gabra Christos Desta. He was a poet and an artist.
So you recognize 3 at a time, right?
Exactly. As a matter of fact, the first one, it was only 1 when we started with Blatingita Ruel Selase.
Right, but later on the average, you have at least 3 people recognized.
Yeah. Usually that's what we do.
How do you decide to reach this conclusion of picking up 3 people for the award? What is the selection process like?
Well, we see what they have contributed. In journalism, nobody would be against if we award His Excellency the late Ahadu Sabure. Most of them are public figures. So there won't be any question with their success or with their contribution. That's how we pick them, like Gabra Christos and like Tammain Bayena, multi-talented performer, human rights activist, political commentator, talk show host, and comedian. Dr. Membera Aklilu, entrepreneur, philanthropist, humanitarian, and advocate against domestic violence. So the list goes on. Alam Thehay Mezgebu, actress, director, playwright, poet, and founder and managing director of I2 Cultural and Educational Center, Dabbaba Shatu. So all our awardees, as I said, they're public figures. So nobody questioned their eligibility for this award.
So, but surely you have a team working on this every year, correct?
Yes, we do.
And I'm sure so many names pop up in the course of that selection process, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but
so how do you sift that?
Okay, we have our Pagme Entertainment Center founder is Daniel Argao. I am a co-founder and he is the founder. So we have people around us that I don't want to call names because there's so many, and if I miss someone, I don't want to get in trouble. So we have a support group that can help us. Once the 2 of us decided whom to nominate, then we send the names to those group and then they check, and then, you know, like they said, like, go ahead, and then they agree. Most of the time, nobody was against our nominees. That's how we pick up our nominees. And when it comes to our budget, we get money from supporting group. We do fundraising, and people you have no idea how cooperative they are.
The last one that you awarded, I mean, posthumously, of course, was the one of the names in Ethiopia, Engineer Semenyo Bekele, who was the face of the great Ethiopian Renaissance Dome, right?
Exactly. Yes. It was in 2019 that we nominated him, and of course, he didn't have any family member who could attend the event, but we collected, it's not a big deal, but we collected 100,000 Ethiopian birr, and then we sent it to his children. It was virtual because of the COVID. It was a virtual recognition ceremony for Engineer Semenyo Bekele. I mean, he was the chief project manager of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam project, and it was so touchy. We had never get such a great response from our supporter group. Because not only our supporter group, but also on Facebooks, everybody was like touched. People were just overwhelmingly happy to see us even mentioning his name.
Why do you think that is? Because of the GERD?
Well, no, why I think is because Semenyo, he didn't get the attention as he deserved, and all of a sudden Agme wanted to give him a word. And of course, he's not alive, but at least we mentioned his name. And he, by the way, his son was on a virtual, on a Zoom. And then he was so happy that we did the event for his father.
So that event happened, when was it, virtually? Was it 5 months back?
Yes, in February. No, not 5 months. It was on February 2020.
So what else is happening in the years ahead? Are you going to go bigger?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Farah, we had a plan to go to Ethiopia in 2019. We had hotel reserved. We had everything ready for us. We almost got our ticket, but because of the COVID, then we said, you know what, let's not buy the ticket and let's wait. And as you know, we couldn't go, but certainly we'll go when the COVID is over. Daniel Argao, the founder, he was in Ethiopia for the last 2-3 months. So he's more interested now than before. So the two of us will go and have this event in our motherland.
That's going to be next year?
Most probably. It depends how the COVID is getting in Ethiopia.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Thehay, for sharing your views about the work you do here, in the United States, as part of the larger Ethiopian community there. So thank you very much, and it was really a pleasure again having you on my show.
Thank you, Tafara.